Oh, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 446 of FloWrestling Radio Live. I'm your host, Christian Piles, joined today by four-time NWCA Academic All-American Ben Askren. Ben, how are you today?
Good. My audio cut out for a second there. I got really nervous. I'm doing great. Got a nice cup of coffee. Ready to talk about some wrestling.
Yeah, let's do it. Real quick, few pieces.
I will say, I will say I get jealous of, damn it, I got to eat chicken. But Nomad's got that dang Final X cup every day. Now he's got a Final X hat. And I got to say, I'm pretty jealous.
We're getting some new, with the new rebrand, we get more stuff. Because they want us to stop wearing our old stuff. And I'm doing my best, but I still wear the old stuff. So they just feel like if they give us more and more, we'll stop. We were just talking, we need to get you a box of the new gear, Ben.
All right. That sounds like a deal.
Yeah. Nomad, first day all week, he hasn't worn a shirt with buttons. So, I don't know. I thought we were entering a new phase, but he's kind of back to no button Nomad. He'll bring it back, though.
That is what they call me.
So, a couple things. Rome didn't go great yet for the Greco squad. Nothing terribly alarming. Although Adam Kuhn losing to Venezuela alarmed me. I was alarmed. But beyond that, you know, Greco it's still tough for us here in the United States of America. So
it is what it is.
It be what it be.
We do have 4 in the bronze medal matches in the upcoming session. That's noon Eastern time coming up. So if you want to check those out.
All right, we will check those out. Ben, what were your Greco credentials?
Well, actually, the first time I ever All-American at the national level was in Greco.
Wow.
In fact, in the year 2000. The year 2000, I took 5th place in Greco. At that juncture, I also had a pretty bad neck injury, and the dumbass doctor said, quit wrestling. I said, that's just not going to happen. I'll stop doing Greco because, I do a lot of throwing in that, so I'll cut Greco out of my arsenal, and I went all freestyle after that.
Dang, neck injury.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and it reoccurred again during college, but I haven't had it since I was 22, so I'm doing good.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Do you ever wonder what could have been of your Greco career?
Man, I remember being a kid. Wisconsin is one of the couple states in the whole United States that Greco is actually like a thing in. And I remember growing up watching these guys thinking, oh my God, these guys are the man. And then now when you get older, I don't want to throw too much shade, but it's like you see the struggles they're having at the world level, and you're like, oh man, I'm glad I diverged on my path.
Yeah, I think it worked out okay.
Yeah, worked out all right. Yes, absolutely.
Few pieces of news. Austin Gomez sounds like he's out for the year, according to Cody Goodwin. He's been battling concussions all season long, and 133 loses a little more depth. And we actually had an FRL question about 133 this year or last year, and man, this year is, in my opinion, last year was way
oh my
tougher.
God.
It's like insane. Mm-hmm. I mean, no Dayton. No Micic, no Soriano, right?
Pletcher's up.
Pletcher's up away, yeah.
Next year sets up to be totally insane, though, too, because you're getting those 3 guys back. DeSanto's back. Gomez back. I mean, I think next year sets up to be pretty crazy at 133 also.
Yeah, Dayton, and I don't know what Soriano's going to do. I mean, it's like...
What do you mean?
Is he coming back?
Is he going to fight MMA? Is he going to be an actor? Nobody knows.
Literally, those are like acting. And I don't
feel
know.
like enough people know that.
Yeah, maybe not enough people know that Nick Soriano wants to be a Hollywood movie star.
As a Shakur Rashid. But at least Shakur's wrestling.
So, yeah.
Well, Nick's wrestling. He wrestled at the U.S. Open a couple weeks back.
Yeah, but I meant collegiately.
Okay, collegiately. Okay.
I don't feel like Rutgers has any idea either. Like, is he coming back? I don't know. We'll find out.
I heard a really, really funny story. Hope I'm not pulling the curtain back too far here.
Oh boy!
But
we'll find out. After you tell us.
Might as well just shoot. Someone said that Anthony Astronaut was cornering Nick Soriano at NYC. Is that and They said, "Oh, what hey." Someone said they went up to Anthony and they said, "Hey, what have you guys been working on lately?" Or what were you coaching Nick up on? He said, "Man, I haven't seen Nick in 2 months."
Yeah.
He's been all over the globe.
Yeah, he's been all over. He was at Oklahoma with Coach Roselli, Coach Guerrero. He was at where was he? Oh, UTC with Dan Dennis.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure where else he went, but yeah, he's all over the place. I'm not sure where he's. Oh, and at NYC RTC with Kindle, etc. So
and Chamizo, the show that we need to make.
yes. What did we title it? Real Stars of Italy or Real Wrestlers of Italy?
Absolutely.
All right.
He's been popping the top with Valentine on the beach too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's been training with Valentine.
is this on Instagram? Because I haven't followed Nick on Instagram, but I need to go check it out.
You don't follow him after your ringing endorsement? You don't follow him?
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. That would have been too far. I'll go. Now you brought it up. I'll go check it out every once in a while, but I can't follow. It's too crazy. Way too crazy. I'm gonna check him out here.
Okay.
With Gomez, it sounds like they're targeting a return for him at the Last Chance qualifier for the Olympic trials. If
At
he
What?
can.
At what weight?
At 6'5".
Okay. Well, I guess so. Good for him. Brody Teske to Northern Iowa.
You called it, right?
Yes, I did indeed. I think it's
Okay.
a good fit for both. I don't think we'll see him this year for Northern Iowa. I think he'll take this year, get acclimated.
Isn't he enrolled at?
Iowa Central?
Yeah.
I guess so. I didn't really understand that.
What?
I was told he's not currently enrolled at Iowa Central. He was dual enrolled while in high school, and I guess the directory never changed.
We're talking about AP
So he was
classes.
so he's like taking college
Way to
classes while in
trick
high
us.
school.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Wow, that's a good way to throw people off the scent.
Wow,
So-
that's it's very tricky.
Reading the article on the Messenger, I'm assuming it's an Iowa newspaper, did a story with him, and some interesting quotes. Just didn't sound like Penn State was the place for him. He says when he was recruited, he felt like, how do you tell Cale no? He said he was convinced he needed that. But
Cale's
then when,
very convincing. That's true.
when he
they
got
say
there,
he is like unbelievable at just the pitch and recruiting, and I mean you can see the guys they pull.
he said, I'm not questioning what they do or the way they train. That would be foolish based on their track record. It worked for some. It just didn't work for me. He said,
That sounds like exactly like what Soriano said, doesn't it?
Similar, I guess it was, yeah, because he was never like, oh, I don't like how they train, I don't like how they do things, or I don't
That's what
I don't
I
think it's
heard.
wrong, but it just didn't work for him. It just wasn't for him. So
Yeah. So Teske and Soriano are the same story. Maybe that goes back to nomads don't recruit 125 pounders. They want to work too hard. They're too much trouble. I mean, right?
ultimate, yeah.
Well, and then he goes on to say, you and I is just hard-nosed grit, the way I was raised, that blue-collar attitude. They don't have all the glitz and glamour, and they don't need it. It's not a big business there. That's what I love, the family, the atmosphere, which is what we embraced under Coach Bobby Thompson at his high school. I have great respect for Coach Schwab and his staff, and the way they treat their wrestlers are very welcoming, and I feel like I can be me.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
It is interesting. So, Ben, maybe you can talk about this a little bit. So, what I read from this is Brody is one of those, was a high school wrestler. Just his training was so, I would just say there's tons of physical exertion. It's a lot of really hard training.
Yeah.
And I know his club, Siebel, I mean, those guys train really, really hard too. So, is it tough to go from that kind of an atmosphere to Penn State? You're talking about Penn State, they've got it down. But would it be tough for an athlete to like flip their mind to like, this is actually how you train and it actually makes sense?
I mean, one of the things I do my mental Mondays. One of the things I rage on all the time is people not being able to figure out what's actually right. And like when we talk about Penn State, what they're doing, it's right. We see all the titles, all the outstanding athletes that they've produced. And so one thing that wrestling people, they overvalue, and you can absolutely overvalue, they overvalue hard work. Listen, guys, you can only be so tough. You can only be in such good shape. But if at the end of the day you can't finish a single leg or you can't get out of a leg ride, you're only going to be so good. You will have a ceiling. And so, but most wrestlers would rather say, I'm going to run really hard today and I'm going to wrestle really hard today than spend 2 hours saying, okay, how do I slow it down? How do I get out of this leg ride? How do I finish this single leg? How do I win this scramble? They don't like doing that. There's something about wrestling personalities who don't like doing that. And Brody Teske pretty much outlines it in that thing is he couldn't take that. But that's probably actually what he needed. So after listening to those quotes, I'm not high on his potential future.
Oh, geez.
Absolutely. If the guy doesn't have enough self-awareness to realize what's going to make him better, then I'm going to struggle to see him ever be that good. I mean, he'll be like just a tough guy forever, and that's it.
Okay, well there it is, Brody Teske.
Well, it is interesting because I remember like media day with Kale Soriano's freshman year. Remember, Kale was like, we literally had to tell him to go home.
Yeah,
like,
he was
sometimes.
Just,
he always wanted to be in the room, whether he was just doing like stance and motioning or like hitting a bag or doing something.
Probably dips. A lot of dips.
Pull-ups. Yeah, he always wanted to be there. And Kale was like, man, take a break. Go home.
Yeah. So, but that to counter that, Ben, now Soriano and Teske are very different, and Soriano is better than probably Brody will ever be. That's just the way it is. But
sure,
Soriano left, and he's been really, really good. He won an NCAA title.
Yeah.
So what would be the difference? Because you're basically you said that.
Sure. I mean, so I would say, well, are we saying Soriano can't find another level? And the thing I think that everyone on the panel right there would say is most impressive about Kale is how he's taken these guys to like places that we haven't seen before. I mean, the 5 guys that we always mention, they go to completely different levels. They're not like good. They're like, holy crap, once in a lifetime good. But yet they're putting out like 2 of these guys per class. It's ridiculous. And so what I would say to that is Kale's doing it. I mean, who knows? Maybe if Soriano would actually listen to Kale, he would be at a wholly different level.
Yeah.
I would say, too, I mean, thinking about Teske's future, if he's a guy who's always relied on effort to lead towards his success, now he's in a place where he's being asked to think more strategically, and that's not jiving with him. And he's also not putting in that max effort that he's always done. It seems like you're kind of taking away that you want him to win, and you're also taking away that he's had success in the past. So I do wonder, maybe he gets to UNI, and I mean, maybe he does go back to that kind of full steam ahead training, and then that sort of puts that type of winning back in his arsenal. I do wonder about that.
And I wouldn't limit UNI there either, Ben. You know, they just because Brody's going in saying, I'm going to get back to my blue-collar, hard-nosed roots, he can fit in that mold, and UNI is still going to be able to develop him as they've developed guys.
That's fine. All I'm saying is, number one, you've all admitted, Kale's developed people better than anyone. There's no one who's done five next-generation wrestlers in one era. So he's done it better than anyone. And then number 2 is like, I'm not saying he's not going to be good. He can still be good. I'm saying he's leaving something on the table by having his mindset to the fact that those things can't help.
Got it.
There's also something to be said about comfortability, right? Because I think multiple times we heard, you know, he's an Iowa kid. He belongs in the state of Iowa in college. Like, he's going to come back. Not so much anything to do with like Penn State, just like that's where he's more comfortable. He's got 2 teammates, like guys who were high school teammates with him on the UNI team. They were in the picture when you look at his Instagram, right? Those were the guys that he was with. He was just there this past weekend, so like there's clearly a comfortability thing. So I understand what you're saying about the like he may need the things that Penn State wanted him to do, but there is also something to be said for like being comfortable and being around guys who. Man, I grew up with these guys in the Fort Dodge room and on Team Valley, preparing myself for these big events. So I don't know. That may be the thing that pushes him more than anything else.
I'm glad you brought that up because that was kind of the second half of the article. Is just about he really didn't like being so far away from home, and he talks about how important his family is and knowing that they don't have to drive 14 hours to see him anymore. So that also played a big part. It sounds like.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that more. If I was Brody, I would have went with just that and that alone.
Close to home.
Just I want to go home. That's it. That's what I would have went with.
Yeah. So best of luck to Brody. He's an exciting prospect coming out, and hope he finds what he's looking for at Northern Iowa. I think they'll take good care of him there. Okay, Do we want to get into? There's a couple directions we could go. We could do some more Rome men's freestyle talk, which I feel like is probably where we should go, or we can start getting into some of the weekend matchups, of which there are quite a few good ones coming up. I'll defer to Benjamin.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited about all of it. I think there's a lot of great wrestling matchups. Rome freestyle starts tomorrow, correct? Or is it 2 more days? Women's is tomorrow.
So women's freestyle is tomorrow, and then so technically early Friday morning is when the first round of men's freestyle goes. And remember, the way they're doing Rome, everything is in one day. It's like like the way it used to be. It's no 2-day weigh-ins or anything like that. So they'll weigh in and they'll wrestle, and then they'll wrestle in the evening, and then that weight will be done. So on Friday we have 97 and 125. So that's Kyle Snyder and Bo Nickel and Hayden Zillmer, and then we think we have Tony Nelson going at 125 as our only.
No
dude.
Gable?
No Gable. He will be wrestling Mason Paris against Michigan. Number 1 versus number 2.
Right.
Yeah. We have Gable twice, on Friday against Michigan State and then Sunday against Paris.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Well, let's talk college matchups. We can talk international tomorrow.
Okay.
Since it doesn't start till Friday, I think we go all college matchups.
All right, let's get it. So Friday, some of the bigger matchups. It's a little more low key, I would say. We're gonna have that Artelona Hartman rematch, which was pretty insane.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a crazy one. Elam will take on Stencil of Central Michigan. You're a Missouri guy.
Wait. Elam's in red shirt.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. I just put
Elam's
that in
red shirt.
We
gotta delete that one.
All right, take that out. And here's one I'm most excited about, probably for the Friday slate: Alvarez versus Chaz Tucker.
That could be a good one.
Cornell versus Rutgers. I feel like Chaz Tucker may be like, not that he's the best guy at the weight, obviously, but just a really tough matchup for someone like Alvarez. Like, I think some of his top stuff, I just see Tucker getting away, and getting through Tucker's hands is really difficult. And I don't think he'll fall for. They're gonna have watched a lot of film on this guy, and I think Alvarez he's punished a lot of guys with like this inside or like elbow control thing when guys pressuring. He's passed it by against Philippi, and he did it to he did it to someone else. Oh, Pepple.
Yeah, he like almost lets him come in on a high single, and he just throws it right by. Miracle too. Yeah,
it's really nice.
And Chamizo does that one also really good. But yeah, I mean the other thing I saw in the Decatur match is that. He likes a lot of reattacks. He had a couple really good reattacks in that Decatur match. So I agree that Chaz Tucker's going to be a tough matchup because Chaz Tucker doesn't put himself out there, make himself vulnerable that often, keeps really good position, kind of defend on the defensive side. So that'll be a good test to see how Alvarez can adjust his style to that, because guys who end up making themselves great are guys who can beat people with lots of different styles. If you can only beat a guy who pressures, you can only beat a defensive guy, then you're obviously always going to be limited by the bracket. But when you can beat people with different styles, that's when you can really start knocking on the door of greatness.
Yeah, I'm excited. There's a lot of – it's interesting this season. There's so many, like, on paper – or not on paper, but, like, duels between really good teams. And then, like, both teams, like, don't have their best lineups because of red shirts and stuff. I was looking at it Cornell Rutgers, that would normally be a really good one. I feel like Virginia Tech's wrestling someone.
Cornell.
Virginia Tech, Cornell.
Everybody.
Yeah, it's like Cornell's messing everything up. Because, like, Virginia Tech, Cornell, on paper, it sounds amazing, but there's, like, not one matchup that really I'm that excited about between two amazing programs. So it's kind of.
But how good is Cornell going to be next year? They're going to be totally absurd. I mean,
good
challenge for a title.
They should, right? I mean, Penn State's always going to be in there. Iowa's going to bring back everyone but Lugo. Mm-hmm. But think about what they could roll out. They could roll out Vito, and Chaz has another. No, Chaz is gone.
I think he's done.
Chaz done.
I think it's going to go Greg D. Vito.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I
Greg
think
D.
so.
Greg D. Vito. Now are they going to do this? Are they going to bump Yanni and slide in Saunders at 41?
That's what I think.
So Greg D. Vito, Saunders, Yanni, Yapoujian again.
Yapoujian.
Then 65. I'm curious. What direction they're going to go?
Probably Barry Asa, don't you think?
Well, I don't know, man. They've got Julian Ramirez.
Yeah, I think they'll have Ramirez and Barry Asa competition between those two.
Okay.
And then are we thinking Foca at 74?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
84,
Foca.
Max Dean. 97,
Darmstadt.
Hodge Trophy winner Ben Darmstadt. And 285,
Luis Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Yeah.
And he's been having a really good year also. I mean, it's a good team.
It's a really good team. And what it has that combination of it. It has a lot of title contenders, which I consider Vito a title contender.
Absolutely.
Especially away from Spencer, right? And he's beaten Soriano at freestyle, which whatever, but it was one takedown apiece, and I think they're pretty close. And he's beaten him in folk style before, albeit in high school. Obviously, Yanni is a title favorite, whatever weight he ever goes. Max Dean was in the finals. Ben Darmstadt post Colin Moore. So there's 4 potential champions.
And a lot of bonus point guys. I mean, Luis Fernandez has been pinning a bunch of people this year. Ben Darmstadt's obviously a pinner. Yanni can get bonus. Vito can get bonus. They have a lot of bonus guys in there. So Iowa's going to be so good next year, but I think Michigan and Cornell will be 2 of the teams that are really pushing them next year.
Next year's team race is going to be insanely. It's going to be way better than this year, honestly. Even if Penn State does do what I've sort of been hinting at, is like make things a little bit closer. Even still, because when you throw in Michigan, give us a kind of a rundown, Nomad, of like what we think their lineup might look like.
So, Medley or potentially McHenry, 25. Then you got Micic coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Now, could they bump?
Will Joey Silva allow that?
Yeah, that's the GOAT Joey Silva. Could he bump up to 41? Storr is junior. Willowan, Logan Massa. Then I get. If I'm Miles Amin, I don't want to come back and cut weight. So they might have to figure something out at 74. If Amin is like, no, like I'm huge now, I got huge for the Olympics, I don't want to cut weight for 74. But it could be Amin, Embry, Andrew Davison, Mason Paris.
What makes their lineup better? Is it Amin at 74?
Yeah, I thought there was another good 57 or 65 that they could slide in.
So they're going to go
Luke
Cam
Massa
Amin 60. Could they go Cam Amin 65?
Oh, yeah, Cam Amin 65, bump Massa up to 74. Now, of course, they're taking out Jelani, who's, I mean.
What about Jelani at 97?
Why not?
I've never thought about that. He's kind of been that size for, like, since 9th grade.
Anyone can go up. If you're at 84,
anyone can go up.
You can go up to 97. There's
sure.
No watch Ben. Ben just wanted to add a degree of difficulty to his season.
I kind of would see Jelani going down before he goes up. But yeah.
What?
I don't think
you hate him.
I don't hate him.
Yeah,
I don't think he can get up to 97. I think he would.
Oh my gosh.
He would be very like plodding at 97.
Oh my gosh.
You want him to hate his life. He's gonna hate his life.
He's huge.
I think he would hate his life at 97. What? I don't think.
No, he would love his life.
Those guys are easy. Yeah, those guys are easy.
That guy's cutting weight to make 84. You haven't stood next to him in years. You don't know what you're talking about.
He also hasn't wrestled since December 6th.
Yeah, I worry about Jelani. But okay, so they won't. So who knows what they do with him in 84, 97? I think you make the move if it puts Jelani in a less than optimized place, and that's just part of it.
Jelani's been wrestling He was 182 in 2016 high school. I don't know.
But you want him down to 74.
I'm just saying, I think he's the same size.
Okay. Well,
or you go to the portal.
I don't see him going up 97.
Pick up someone. Go to the portal. Pick up someone for the portal.
Everyone goes to the portal. But
I think they pay Northwestern. They give them Andrew Davison. They take Lucas Davison, and boom.
Have they not taken enough from Northwestern? They got Micic from there. Ooh. That's enough.
Yeah.
That debt's been paid. Now, and then they have Mason Paris. So who do you like more, Michigan or Cornell next year? Jeez.
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably Cornell, because they have two NCAA champions right off the bat.
Wow.
Probably Cornell.
Who's the two?
Right?
He's saying Dean.
Max Dean. Oh, I'm sorry. Max Dean did not win. I gave him too much credit.
I thought you were saying he
well,
would,
according to Nomad,
with Zahid gone, some of the other guys gone, he would slot in as like in the.
I mean, he'll probably be the number one, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Yesterday, Nomad said making the finals was the same as winning a championship.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
I thought they were saying champs. Either way, I still believe that. So right now, I would go Iowa number 1, like pretty clearly. Cornell number 2 pretty clearly.
Really?
Then
Okay.
Penn State, then Michigan.
Oh, man.
And I think Michigan and Penn State kind of, again, on paper right now, I'm looking at Michigan and Penn State kind of going back and forth for 3-4, depending on how things play out. But that's like off the top of my head how the trophy teams look.
Yeah, and if Iowa wrestles to their seat to where they're ranked right now in your guys' rankings, guys, no one's gonna have a chance. It's gonna be over.
Bloodbath.
It is. They got 9 guys in the top 4 right now. If they wrestle to those rankings,
That
it's
never
over.
happens. Doesn't happen.
It's over.
Man, there's.
Come on.
You need to go and look at some old NCAA brackets. Just go back a year. This stuff, these seeds and rankings get blown up every single year.
It could. You know what? They might move the 2021 NCAA championship to Iowa City.
Oh my gosh.
They might move them.
In Carver.
In Carver-Hawkeye.
They'll have to do it in Kinnick outside. So, I feel like there's other teams that are going to enter the mix too. Like, where does Oklahoma State fit in? I guess I guess really for them. Wow, don't make that face, Ben. In like 2 years, Ben physically grimaced. 2 years, I guess, is really when they'll see the benefits of their monster recruiting class, right?
Yeah.
What? No, man. Don't you do it.
Yeah. We both made the same face at you,
Golly,
Christian.
everyone's like physically disgusted when I say
are
Oklahoma
you talking
State.
about them as a trophy team next year?
Maybe.
Do you lose
I think
picks?
he was more asking what the makeup of their lineup will be.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know at 25. Dayton,
Maybe
33. Well, that would be interesting.
Wouldn't it now?
Maybe G at 41. Hopefully Boo at 49.
Maybe and hopefully. Nice.
I think, man,
Miraculously.
I think they should allow Balmaceda and Manabog to try to face Sheets and not cut them down very hard. Then Whitlake, then Chomers, then Montalvo, Gear, and Harris.
Okay, you made your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not getting a trophy next year. But
No,
Balmaceda is
I
like
get
41 on their roster. Mm-hmm. I think whatever they certify at, they put the weight. Wow, bless you.
My apologies, folks.
It's okay.
That was
that
one could not be stopped.
You never have to apologize for a sneeze, no man. Okay, so they're not really.
He did wrestle some matches at 41 this year, Balmaceda.
See, he's a 41.
Oh my gosh.
He was
Oh
a
my
52. And who's
Yeah,
number one?
sure.
He was like asking for like major allowances so that he could make the who's number one weight of like +5. Who's number one's +5. He's like, please, Lord. He gets to Stillwater. He's a 41 pounder. Jeez. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Seriously.
All right, so no, I think there's some other teams that'll probably be.
Oh,
Tech gets Mackay back.
Oklahoma State will probably have a freshman start at 125.
Yeah.
Two freshmen, Jacason or Mastro.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about
Who
that.
would you wrestle right away? Probably Mastro.
Oh,
The most
Probably Mastro.
game ready.
I think Trevor Mastro, because of his top game, will translate. I think he's hard to score on, and I think his top game's really good. I think he'll translate right away. Not necessarily like win right away, but I think he could very much be in contention to be an All-American at 125 right away.
And you look at 125, it's not near as tough as it was. I mean, this year compared to last year, it's not as tough. And then who does 125 lose this year? Pitch. Maybe that's the major guy. And Jack Mueller. So two of the top, those will both be top 4 guys, I would imagine. So it's going to really clear out a little more. And I don't see a huge infusion of talent coming in.
There's also a non-zero chance that Glory either gray shirts or goes up, and Kolioko might go up.
Okay.
What guys? What about Nebraska next year? I mean, they bring either 8 or 9 back from this year's team. They could be pretty good.
They bring back Thompson, Lovett, Red will be a senior. Purinton's gone.
Zay's gone. Peyton Robb will be back.
Rob,
Labriola,
Venz is back. Schultz is back. I don't know about their heavyweight. So they'll have a lot of guys back.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a really spicy team race. Okay.
Way more fun.
We kind of got diverted a little bit there, but that's okay. Tis the nature of the show.
Absolutely.
Ohio State, Wisconsin has some really interesting matches. I'm most excited. What?
Did you see Bono's press conference?
I thought you're laughing at me. I thought I said something dumb again.
Where no. Sometimes you do.
Give it to me.
where he's like the reporters were asking about the like what's the best matchup in he said obviously Moran Pletcher, and he said at heavyweight we got they got a guy Gas Tank Gary, apparently never gets tired, and we got Thor, so we got WWE matchup at heavyweight. It's gonna be tremendous.
Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for the old Gas Tank. There's some funny Gas Tank Gary questions that I'm excited to ask.
Also, check out the Gas Tank Gary interview. It's awesome.
With Bader?
With Bader, yeah. We ran it last night. It's on the site right now.
Gas Tank Gary said that Snyder used to call him Gary Sadulaya because he hit some technique that Sadulaya also hits.
You're lying.
No, I'm serious.
Oh my gosh.
Bader came back like you can always tell right when Bader came back from the interview, was like that was awesome, like he was fired up. He's like people are gonna love this is gonna be great.
That's
my
great.
goodness.
We need to put some of the better clips out on social so everyone knows what they're missing.
Wow. And I don't know if it was you guys retweeting it, but I did see Gas Tank Gary's dad offering up T-shirts on Twitter yesterday.
When I'm trying to
you guys saw this or no? I'll search it. I'll find it.
I think he tweeted Bader and was like, when you're in Columbus, I got a shirt for you.
Is that who it was? Okay.
I think so, yeah.
So he DM'd me at some point. I can't find the DM for whatever reason. And he's like, hey, it was like a couple weeks ago. He's like, hey, if you want a Gas Tank Gary shirt, he just gave me a phone number to like text or call. He's like, call this guy and ask for a shirt. I'm like, man, can you just send me like a website link? I'll just order one. And I didn't follow through. And maybe
that would be illegal. He's keeping his son eligible.
Yeah, good.
Despite
good
your
point.
best efforts.
I know. I guess I'm really advocating for the sale of Gas Tank Gary shirts. As long as he doesn't profit off of them. As long as he doesn't make the money. That's fair.
Let him make the money.
Let him make that paper.
Yeah.
I know. Here's the thing. This is what makes me mad. It's like Gary Traub is never going to have another. There's no other situation post Ohio State where a group of 4,000 people are going to chant his name as he wins 3-1 in sudden victory. It's not going to happen. This is his window to make Gas Tank Gary money, to get that gas money, and now he can't do it. Daggone it, NCAA. Why you be like this?
Oh, okay, guys. If you want to hit him up, it's at John Traub 4, John with an H. He's giving away Gas Tank Gary shirts for free because you can't buy them. So hit up John Traub.
Blakeman's going to try to get it up on the stream for everyone at home.
Yeah, it's it's a very straightforward T-shirt, which I appreciate and expect.
I feel like for Gas Tank Gary, you can't go with all the bells and whistles. It's got to be the standard.
Oh, blue collar.
Yeah. You can't have like some affliction design with like an eagle and like blood or something.
I'm looking at John Traub 4's Twitter page right now, and Gas Tank Gary shirts are the main image. Like it's one of the main images on there. These things are blue collar.
Wow. Oh, jeez. All right. Back to that duel. I'm really excited for. Maybe this is a really bad matchup, but Smith versus Wick. What?
Let's run through the lineup from 25 up.
Oh, let's do the whole thing. Yeah,
duel.
you saw I didn't have Barnett in there, so you're like, no, we got to talk about this guy.
Yeah.
So Barnett, Heinzelman, Askin Wrestling Academies, Eric Barnett.
No, I will not take credit. I never got to. I think I got to coach him like one practice, but he was not an AWA member.
One practice. That counts for some high school coaches. They'll throw you on the flyer.
He's not. I will tell you. I'll tell you Eric Barnett's story. He used to be kind of a rival of us. And one time when he was in 8th grade, it was when we were doing the FPL. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a tournament. So the idea was to get as many kids in there as possible to watch the pro matches. So we did a beginners tournament in the morning, and a local tournament, and an elite tournament with kids from Illinois and Minnesota in the afternoon. And we couldn't have the software to make kids not be able to sign up in the morning. Well, Barnett goes and signs up in the morning to wrestle the easy kids, and then comes to the elite tournament also. So he came and beat up the easy kids in the morning, and then wrestled in the elite tournament. I was really upset with him about that move. Not so good, Eric.
Good for him. Well, now he's taking on mostly.
Hey,
elite
he was
guys.
just like you going to those open tournaments.
Yeah, Central Missouri State. Thank you, Central Missouri State Open champion, padding your stats with non-Division I wins.
They weren't middle school wrestlers.
For all you know, it was an open. Anyone could have entered. At that point in time, middle schoolers could enter. Oh, here we go.
What is on our screen right now?
Check. Put it on there, Caleb.
Yes.
There it is. Gas Tank Gary.
Oh my God!
And if you can't read the tweet, it says, "Well, getting my shirt to wear next time OSU Wrestling gives Gary the call up. They just have to believe in him like all of us do. He didn't want anything other than the opportunity and respect."
Well, that's what he's got.
It's all about respect.
Oh.
It's all about respect. I want, you know what? I want the shirt, but I'm cutting the sleeves off. Sleeves first. That's my first order of business. I'm hacking those puppies straight off. And I don't want one that's like made like that. I want it to be very clear that I cut them off. So just so you know where I'm coming from. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Caleb, for pulling that up. All
That
right,
was
so we're going to
awesome.
have Barnett versus Heinzelman. Sorry, I almost
think
said,
we go.
almost said Thompson.
We go Barnett. They wrestled at Who's Number One, correct? A couple years
No,
back,
Barnett
got the win.
wrestled McHenry at Who's Number One.
Oh, Kurt McHenry. You're right. I was
Alex
off.
Thompson
So,
did not wrestle Who's Number One.
Yes. I mean, after I think you have to go. I mean, man, Heinzelman is struggling right now. So
absolutely.
I think Barnett. I didn't see his match against McKee, but he got majored 8-0. I have to assume there were some bottom issues there.
not so good. But Heinzelman's not
He's not good on top.
super dominant. He's not great on top. And, Barnett is one of those guys where he wrestles better when the lights are on. And the lights will be on, in fact, Friday night when there's a huge crowd in Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison has electricity. We've figured that much out.
You gonna be there, Ben?
I have to corner Macy Barber this weekend in Las Vegas, so unfortunately I will not be at that dual meet. But we have a bunch of our kids going to watch. We're
Classic
excited for it.
Vegas. Classic Vegas. Do you like Vegas?
It's all right. I'm in the middle on it. It's not like my favorite place, but I enjoy it.
It's hard to find
about you?
a neutral. I hate it. It's hard to find a neutral.
Well, but
Vegas
Christian,
team.
wait, you only hate it because the only thing you've seen of Vegas is South Point. You don't leave that place.
That's true.
That is not true.
You don't
No,
leave.
Nomad has been
That is
with
true.
me.
Oh, that was.
Nomad and I, we talked about this CKLV a few times. For whatever reason, normally we're sending like 6-7 guys. It was just a 2-man mission back in like 2016 or whenever we went. And so we were like, you know what? We got done early. It was like maybe the day before the event. So we're like, let's walk around the strip. We've never really done that. We weren't staying on the strip. So we're walking around and, you're seeing there's water stuff. It's kind of cool. It's aesthetically sort of neat. But we walk by this dude, cocaine. Just like saying cocaine to us.
100 times.
I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what is this dude talking about? And then like
Cocaine.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he's pretty clear. You know where he's coming from. So then we're like doing a lap, and like it was one of those things like we passed him again. He did the same thing again. He's like, cocaine. He like just subtly saying, I'm like, what the heck? So outside, we were outside at this point. So when you're outside, they're yelling cocaine at you. When you're inside, you're surrounded by cigarette smoke. And yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I don't like the South Point, but I've also stayed at other places.
How many nights have you spent at South Point?
Oh, probably, 15 to 20 now.
Oh my God, you're like a regular.
The 1 year, the 1 year we went. Oh my gosh, we went do you remember this?
Yes, I know.
We went the whole time. We got there like the day before.
This is when Willie's gout started.
This is when Willie got. Yeah, we had a lot of time on our hands when Willie wanted to like wrestle and train and stuff. So he like that's what happened. We wrestled and then he hobbled around for the rest of the week and it was a long week because we got there the day before.
We didn't see the sun for a week because the arena's connected to the hotel. So you just walk back and forth, and then you're stuck in the arena all day. There's like maybe an hour, 2-hour break, but you just go eat.
Yeah. And
Go back.
this was before. Maybe no one cares about this, but like this was before Flow Arena auto-uploaded everything and stuff. So we had to.
God.
You have to wait till everything ends before you can even upload stuff. So it was just.
God.
It was a mess. So maybe that's part of it. I don't like to get to like win MMA fights in Vegas. Maybe I'd like it more at that point. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you guys see that the schedule just came out yesterday for the Vegas UWW's event? So I like the fact that they bundled all of the UWW trials for juniors, cadets, and U15 in one place. But guys, the schedule goes Tuesday to Saturday. You guys are in for a long week.
You like
South
that?
Point.
No,
No, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's awful. Like they're trying
Okay.
to torture us or something. I don't
Well,
know
I
what
was just
they're trying
saying
to
you
do.
like that they're all grouped together.
Oh, for me as a coach, because I don't have to go 3 different places all over the United States. That's really nice for me.
That's fair, and I respect your opinion as a coach. However,
Nothing
it freaking
but respect
sucks
from
for the
no man.
fans.
Why? There's no fans. There's no fans that travel to those events.
Watching at home, people
Well,
are
just put
interested
them
in
at
the different
different
things. There's too much overlap.
Not this one. They got us there for like 6 days.
I don't know. I would
Trapped
prefer
to South
that
Point.
they were spread out.
Golly, South Point. I swear, every year I say, you know what? I'm not even going to stay there this time. I'm going to stay somewhere else, and I'll just Uber over every day. And then I'm like, no, I'm just going to stay there. It's so much easier.
Did you? You gave up? You already booked your South Point rooms?
No, not yet.
We last year
Oh my
for the
gosh.
Open, we ate at the sushi place like 4 nights in a row.
Yeah, we did.
We would just get done with like
Oh.
sushi.
Yep.
It's the only place that
Ugh.
is good. What do you mean?
Sushi at South Point? Sushi at South Point does not sound appetizing.
It was good. Hey, you know who was there? Olympic champion Brandon Slay was eating sushi there. So if it's good enough for him, it's good enough for freaking me. That's for darn sure. All right. South Point, a low point. 133, Decatur gross. This could be a low point for Jordan.
This could be not good.
Yeah, bad matchup.
Bad
Could you
matchup.
see Jordan blowing through a double maybe off the bat though?
Sort of.
yeah.
I could see it, but not any. I don't see it.
No.
I could see him sneaking one in early.
Seth Gross will be
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna shoot for a minute and a half. Like, but please, whatever you have, like, I'm ready for it. Like, I know what's coming.
I mean,
I
once
know this
it's-
is your only opportunity, so I'm just gonna hang out.
Once it gets on the mat, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed,
Yeah.
Jordan is actually a more reluctant attacker so far this year than I recall. He's waiting for the guy to shoot so he can run left on his re-attack primarily.
Well, the thing with Decatur for me in high school that worried me was he was tremendously good at finishing quickly. He had like a very good conversion rate. But if he didn't finish right away, he wouldn't always like work through the positions on the level that you sometimes need to be like really effective in college. And so I wonder if that's kind of part of it, where he's like, I know that maybe I have these tendencies, and so I have to like make sure that the shot is right, I'm positioned right, so that I can work through them. So I think there's maybe also some progression there with him.
Yeah, true freshman. Gonna take a little time. Gross, no problem there. Maybe one of the most
bonus.
bonus.
I think
for
bonus
sure.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
4 or 5. Maybe even a pin.
Well,
Well,
I don't know.
So,
Maybe
I go
cradles
11 point win if I had to pick, but we'll see.
I think he techs him. I don't think
Ooh,
he's ever felt heat like this on top.
But no, never.
Although
Ever.
Gross is not having the heat I've seen. We maybe talked about this a little bit, but I'm not seeing the same top wrestling from Seth Gross, even against Ridge Lovett, right? Like he was having a hard time. I mean, he majored him, right? But it was just,
Ridge Lovett is a really good mat wrestler, though. I mean, he's pretty tricky. He's got a lot of tricks in his bag. I mean, I was really impressed with Ridge Lovett as a true freshman, a guy that we'd never seen wrestle freestyle, and he's pretty damn good.
he can folk style for sure. All right, 41 is really exciting. Tristan Moran versus Luke Pletcher. I don't think this is a good matchup for young Tristan. I'm sorry to say, Benjamin. I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is about the toughest matchup in the rank. If you look at the rankings, this is the toughest matchup for Tristan. Short, powerful, gets through his attacks quickly. It's a really challenging matchup for him. But, hey, if Tristan can win this one, he's the hottest wrestler in the country because he just beat number 2, number 5, and now he's got number 1. So I like the opportunity. Just like Gaston Gary, all he needs is opportunity, baby.
The opportunity and respect. It's about respect and opportunity. So I think Pletcher's most underrated attribute, maybe it's properly rated, is his scrambling. I think he's one of the best scramblers in the country. I think
Really?
good match.
Oh yeah, I think he is supremely competent in scrambles. I think certainly for this weight class, he's up there for one of the best scramblers. You look at his real wood stuff. I mean, going back even to high school, I think he's fantastic there. And he's so the reason I bring that up is that's probably Moran's best ability, right? That's it. That's where he's most dangerous. So I think Pletcher neutralizes his best skill, and in basically every other area, I would say Pletcher has the advantage. So I just think it's a really tough matchup. I think Moran matches up much better with a Nick Lee, even a Dom Demas. I think Pletcher's the worst case scenario matchup for him.
Yes.
So Pletcher has already wrestled 8 of the top 25 ranked wrestlers.
There you go.
Wow.
He'll see Moran this weekend, and then he's already beaten Dylan Duncan, who he'll have Sunday, but dude has ran the gauntlet already.
Yeah. And we still, Real Woods is so fascinating because I don't believe he's lost to anyone but Pletcher this year. Is that right?
Correct.
That's right.
And he hasn't had a ton of opportunity beyond Luke, and then because they didn't do Vegas, and they were at the Scuffle, and he didn't really hit a ton of really good guys at the Scuffle other than G. So where he fits in the thing is.
So is he gonna be stuck way down there, because obviously all these Big Ten guys are gonna continue to compete against each other? Is Real Woods gonna be stuck at like say 6 or lower going into NCAAs because of lack of competition?
I'm gonna say no, because I do think the Big Ten guys have an opportunity to pick each other off. Now, not necessarily like getting to a Pletcher Lee level, but I think the coaches rank will be more beneficial to him than like the media rankings. And I also think he's going to win his conference, so he's going to get points there.
Agreed.
And he's going to have he's going to have a really good win percentage. So I think there's a possibility, because where he wants to be is like the 6th seed.
Why?
So what do you think? What do you think his ceiling is, Nomad? Real Wood's ceiling.
What I think his ceiling is? I think his ceiling is 3rd.
Yeah, he wins out.
Like his
3rd?
absolute ceiling is 3rd.
No. I'm saying seeding. Seeding wise, going into NCAAs, what's his ceiling for seeding wise?
Oh,
if he wins all his matches,
I would say maybe 5, maybe 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
He's gonna be
Fair.
undefeated.
Yeah.
It's not
apart from Luke.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, the rest of the way is what I meant.
Yeah.
He's not. There's.
Just give the quick rundown.
They have Cal Poly, Life Pacific, Cal Baptist, Utah Valley, Arizona State, CSU Bakersfield, Oregon State, Little Rock, North Dakota State, South Dakota State, Pac-12s.
Yeah, that ain't much.
There's no one there that can beat him.
No one's gonna beat him.
I don't know if there's a ranked wrestler the rest of the way.
There is not.
Wow.
So, I think he's. I think against Demas, I think he could beat Dom Demas. I think he's a tough matchup for Nick Lee because Nick Lee, he can just get to everyone. So maybe he'll be able and he's beaten him before. But I think
6-3 last year at Scuffle, yeah.
I thought Real took him down. Maybe I'm misremembering. I thought he had a nice moment there.
Yeah, he's 34-2 if you count his redshirt years. Only losses in his career: Pletcher, Nick Lee. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're saying your top 2, pretty clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 49. That'll be Martin versus Sasso, which I think is a good test for Sammy, because Martin is really just a super solid turkey sandwich, good wrestler, right?
What is a turkey sandwich wrestler?
It's good. Everyone likes a turkey. Everyone likes a turkey sandwich. It's not like your favorite thing. It's not like the absolute best thing, but it's like, what?
Okay.
Super solid turkey sandwich. Is really good.
Oh my God, the turkey sandwich wrestler.
Yeah. So
okay. That's good. I'm going to use that. I've never used that before. I'm going to use that.
Wow, I'd be honored.
I like it.
You don't even have to credit me. So I think Sasso's a favorite here. As I've said, I think Sasso's going to win NCAAs. I haven't seen anything that makes me think that's like really audacious. But I think Martin presents the kind of things that can challenge Sammy. So I think it's a perfect test for him. I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah, I agree. I picked Sammy Sasso to win the NCAA title earlier in the year. He hasn't been quite as – at times he's been as good as I thought he was going to be, but not always. He's had a few letdowns. Could I still see him winning NCAAs? Sure. Could I see him, finishing somewhere between 4th and 6th? I could definitely see that also. Cole Martin's – I don't want to say you nailed it, but the turkey sandwich wrestler, Cole Martin's a guy who I think he could finish as high as 5th, and he could go as low as winning 1 or 2 matches at NCAAs. He's really good, but he hasn't gotten over the hump against he can keep it close against all the best guys, but he hasn't gotten over the hump and beaten a number 1, 2, 3, 4 ranked guy.
Exactly. Who is your pick to win 49? Are you sticking with Sammy?
Yeah. For NCAAs?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a tough question. Yeah.
I know.
I'll go Sammy.
One thing we haven't done, we need to do this.
Are you guys still picking Sammy? Are you guys all picking Sammy 49 NCAAs?
Yeah, I haven't changed my pick.
I have just seen too much of Sammy Sasso to like count him out of anything like that. Like he just is always in the mix. He's always right near the top of the rankings.
Was he your preseason pick?
Yeah. He competed everywhere in high school, so there's just like too much evidence that he's there. Of course, he could not win, but it's just too much evidence for me that he's like gonna be one of those guys.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
I think that's who I picked too.
Dang, we all picked Sasso. Jeez.
I didn't pick. I didn't pick anyone else at that weight.
Huh. Okay. We need to redo because we haven't done a show with Ben where we did our NCAA picks. We need to redo them, including Benjamin.
But that might give you guys the opportunity to make multiple picks, because if you pick someone on a previous show, you pick someone on the next show, now you got multiple picks. You got two bullets in the chamber.
Yeah. Well, no. You forfeit all. There's only one person that would try to pretend they pick both. So I'll say no. You betray your previous pick, and you have to maybe even make a public statement or apology to that person that you're counting them out. You don't believe in them anymore, and you're going with a new, fresh flavor of the month. So you'll have to own that. 57. Let's not talk about 157 for this match. 165. Wick versus Ethan Smith. I just feel like Smith's. I mean, he did beat McFadden, so I say breakout, looking for that breakthrough win. But that win was like not super. I don't know. I didn't leave thinking he was better than McFadden, right? But this is a good test, but it really is going to test his biggest weakness, which is finishing leg attacks, where Wick is pretty good at neutralizing leg attacks.
Yeah, and I think Wick, man, I was really impressed by the way, just the attitude of the performance against Isaiah White the other day. I was really impressed there. So I'm excited to see what Evan Wick can do against guys. You know, Ethan Smith's really good. I don't know what he's ranked right now, but it should be fairly high, obviously. And I think Evan's at the point where he realizes he can start putting a lot of points up on the board, and I hope that's what he does on Friday night.
Tough match, but good opportunity. Romero taking on, is it Kradiger at 174?
Jared Kradiger. Yep.
I like what I've seen from Romero this year. I think he's looked much improved. I would consider him a favorite in this match.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Kradiger, he is actually a guy I coached. Yeah. And he's been having a tough go at it his freshman year. He's been wrestling. He wrestled old Joey Gunther to a 1-point match, I believe. He's wrestled some other guys tough, but he's another guy that hasn't quite gotten over the hump against one of the better guys yet. Romero ranked number 9. Obviously, Jared's the underdog.
At 84, Rocky Jordan is a mystery to me. And I mean, they have Gavin Hoffman and Rocky Jordan at 84, and I don't think either of them can qualify for NCAAs.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Based on what they've shown, which is crazy. Gavin had a nice redshirt year. Now, Rocky didn't wrestle last year, but Gavin had a nice redshirt year, and now, man, it's wild. I would not have expected that coming into this year, that they would have those two guys that were both ranked super high. Gavin was the number 1 guy coming out, and Rocky was up there. And they're gonna. I guess it'll be Johnny Sebastian for Wisconsin. Whoever Ohio State puts out, I think Johnny's the favorite there.
Yeah, Johnny's having a really solid year after coming off. I mean, how many injuries has this guy had? This guy's just,
so many.
He's went through it all. Tristan Moran told me that Johnny Sebastian's getting his 3rd master's degree this year. So he's making good use of his time in college.
He's gonna end up teaching Braxton Amos next year.
Seriously, if he's professor. So I think Sebastian's going to win this one, no matter who Ohio State throws on the map.
Wait, his 3rd master's degree or his 3rd degree?
Man, I mean, I think I'm being facetious. I do think he is. I think, in all honesty, he's going for his 2nd master's.
Wow.
He did start at Northwestern, so kind of high probability he's smart.
He's gonna.
I mean, right? Like
Johnny's gonna have some options. I get the feeling. 97. Yes. Who's that going to be? Colin Moore versus Christensen?
Well, we have Christensen and Taylor Watkins, both of whom are struggling this year. So obviously, Colin Moore is a large favorite, and I think if Ohio State's going to win, they're going to need to get bonus out of him.
Yeah, I think he'll deliver. And then our main event, Thor versus Gas Tank Gary. But outside of the Cavelli Center, but I forget the name of the venue where Wisconsin wrestles.
The Wisconsin crowd, it's the field house. They will not be chanting Gas Tank Gary. I promise you that.
Yeah, they're gonna.
That will not happen.
They're gonna have extra energy behind Thor, and I see that as a pretty easy win for Hilger.
Do we have the duel coming down to this match? Because we said 25-33 for Wisconsin, we said 65 for Wisconsin, and 84 for Wisconsin. That means if they win this match and they get more bonus, I mean, it could come down to this match: Thor versus Gas Tank Gary for all the marbles.
Gosh. Thor better get the lead early.
Thor. Nomad talks about the save opportunities with Gas Tank Gary. Thor had like 3 match-winning victories last year for Wisconsin. He's a great closer.
Yeah.
Ben, can you explain the red light situation at Wisconsin duels? Yeah, when they wrestled Nebraska the other night, the lights were dim and there was like a red light. It looked very strange.
I think it might just look red because all the stands in that place are pointed red. I don't believe the light is actually red. I mean, I don't remember looking up and thinking, oh, that light is red. I don't ever remember seeing that. So
okay,
I think that's just the way it comes off. I'm not sure. I guess
it threw me off.
Yeah, I mean, I think it looks good.
It threw Nomad for a loop.
He's
like, what am I looking at?
Why is it red light district? What's going on?
Yeah, he kept calling it the red light district.
Jeez, that has some connotations there, Nomad. Which maybe take that back to Vegas.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Thompson versus Boulier as is happening. That's not in this duel. We're putting a bow on that duel. That's an interesting match. But you know what, Alirez, he needs to win a match. He needs to beat a ranked guy.
Yeah. Both these guys coming off tough weekends. Thompson lost to Polmeyer Friday night, and then Sunday, really close one with Mahler and Sun Victory, and then Alirez kind of got beat up by Bulu Wallen. So both those guys looking to get back on track. That one will be live on Flow.
Boom. I like Thompson. Yeah.
For sure.
Dupre versus Bolin is super juicy. Also live on Flow at 184. Did they hit at Vegas?
They did. They've actually wrestled. They've wrestled 3 times since January.
Yep.
They wrestled at Scuffle semis last year, and both of their folk style matches went completely different. Bolin got a takedown in the first period, Dupre got a takedown in the first period. Bolin got away 2 times though, and then rode out the entire third. In Vegas, Bolin gets a takedown and back points right away in the first period, rides out the entire period. Then the last 4 minutes of the match, Dupre spent like 3 minutes and 15 seconds on top. Bolin couldn't get away, but then got a reversal as time expired. So it was like 8-3 final. So they've gone completely different.
They also wrestled at U23s.
Yes, and Dupre teched him pretty quickly, I think, with the leg lace.
Yeah.
Listen.
Which obviously applies to folk style.
Hunter's a folk styler, you know. I like Bolin here to win again. He's having an awesome year. I think he looks fantastic. As good as Dupre has looked, losing to Weiler, that's a little concerning. And, man, Bolin's from Virginia. Christiansburg, stand up. So,
obviously. Would he be a turkey sandwich wrestler, or has he got some
absolutely
garnishing on?
He ain't no
garnishings on him or something?
Yeah, he's got some pepper jack cheese going. He's got some spicy chipotle mayo situation.
The old Virginia Tech SID hit me up the other day and said they came up with that Christiansburg Cowboy nickname, but then he found out he's not from Christiansburg.
Floyd.
Yeah, he's from Floyd County.
Floyd County. Look it up.
Yeah.
It is country.
Also, we have some clarity on the red light situation on Facebook.
Oh, boy.
Patrick Glynn says the mat light is not red. It's red coming off the big W on the scoreboard. Also, all the seats are red. It's nicknamed the barn for a reason.
Ah,
yes.
Red like a barn.
Yeah. So I was right on that one.
It is a barn. That's
Nomad is
so
thrown off.
When I first started attending the state tournament, it was in that building, in the UW Fieldhouse. It's now at the Kohl Center, which is down the road. But that building is built, it's really old school. It's built like straight up, so it's like everyone looking down. on the mat. A pretty cool venue for wrestling. And, in the old administration, they maybe got 1,000 people in the stands. So Bono's doing a great job. I'm looking forward to the day when it's like 12,000 fans packing the field house and just like raining down on the opposing team. It'll be one of the better venues. Kind of like, oh my gosh, not the Bryce Jordan Center. What's the other one, Penn State?
Rec Hall?
Rec Hall. That's an awesome venue for wrestling. I think the field house could be the same thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy for the Buffalo match when we were there, Ben. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
I was like stunned. I was like,
I'll tell you what. The big difference I like is I like the lights off. The old regime there, the lights were bright. You could just see like every empty seat in the building, and now with the lights off, it just puts off a cooler vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome venue. So that's going to be moving forward to that within the next couple of years, hopefully.
Hopefully. Now Iowa, Nebraska. This is
a fun one.
This is a fun duel. We're gonna do the whole thing. This won't take long though. 125 pounds. Spencer Lee versus Alex Thompson.
Wait, so are we doing like fast picks here? Are we not talking about these or what?
No. I'm saying 125 won't take long. There's not gonna be a ton of discussion.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Tech fall.
Yeah, tech fall.
I'm gonna say pinfall.
He needs to pin. I'm saying pinfall too. Thompson's been pinned.
He doesn't pin.
What advice would you give Spencer Lee so that he started to pin more people?
Stop tilting people. Tilting's a waste of time. Just try to pin them.
It's a waste of time. Did you ever hit tilts? You did some crab stuff, right?
I never hit a tilt in my life. I just tried to pin people, and that's it.
What if you can pin him in a tilt?
What if he's got a tight, like a Darian Cruz tilt?
Tilting's a waste of life. Don't do it.
He pinned Malik Heinzman in a tilt last year.
Yeah, he pinned him in a tilt. He's still chasing that high, Ben.
Quit tilting, Spencer.
All right, you tell him, not me.
Spencer has 2 falls on the year.
Against who?
One's against Liam Cronin.
Yeah,
So
and
from
Christian
the match.
Moody.
Liam of Croton.
Both in under a minute.
Okay. I think this could be the one. He needs to get that bar half going. That's a match ender.
Thompson has been pinned twice.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe it could.
All right, DeSanto versus Ridge Lovett. This should not be pretty.
DeSanto.
Yeah, DeSanto. Major.
I mean, Ridge could ride. I mean, if somehow he were able to get on top, or maybe he chooses top. I mean, he's been pretty good on top this year, but that's probably his only hope of keeping it close.
DeSanto is somehow like, I mean, after seeing him get away from Seth twice, I'm like, no, I don't think so. It is possible.
Yeah,
Maybe if a guy gets a breakdown, then he would just be there. But I see him as like spazzing out and getting away. like I don't know. He'll figure it out.
DeSanto by Major.
I think so too. He'll get one of those
Major.
dumps. He's just rolling right now too.
Major good.
Major good. Murin versus Red, 141 pounds.
Ooh, tough one.
It is a tough one. So Murin, he's shooting this like kind of like that low double. It's kind of tough to scramble out of. Which, if that's his like primary attack and he's not trying to like hit the single and come out the back door and stuff, I think he'll do better. He's like I think he's like passing the elbow, changes level, double leg. If he's hitting those, a lot higher probability of a finish. But Chad Red, I feel like Murin's due for some regression. I keep saying it. I'm not trying to speak it into existence. I just think that's what's going to happen.
You know,
so
Christian, you're really coming off as an Iowa hater. It used to be me. Now it's you. You've the last 2 weeks you've been trying to convince us that this team race has to tighten up. You've been telling me that it's impossible Iowa.
It is going to tighten. No, it will tighten up, Ben. Ben, it's going to tighten up.
No, there's no guarantee. And now you're saying Murin's due for some regression.
He is.
Christian, Iowa fans should be all over you.
I agree.
They always are. They are, regardless of what I'm saying about their team. They always are, and that's fine. Murin's due for regression. That's why they. Why do you think Jay Nyman's a consideration, right?
Yeah. Iowa hater.
What is the who you got in this match?
Terry Brand's gonna come at you like a honey badger.
wouldn't be the first time.
I got Chad Red.
Oh. Wow. All right. At least okay, fine.
Red beat Murin 4-1 in the Blaze last year.
4-1 at the NC2A wrestling
blood
tournament.
round, I believe.
Got riding time.
Yeah.
I'm taking Chad Red.
Okay. All right, who you got?
Where's that?
Carver-Hawkeye Arena.
We got Lugo, 49. Oh.
Well, he's got Murin.
Max Murin power double.
All right, Lugo versus Purinton. Purinton got pin slayed by Cole Martin in the first period.
Absolutely.
He absolutely did. Ben can confirm.
Add something to that turkey sandwich.
That's they toasted it. It's a toasted turkey now.
All right, good deal.
Lugo, I think is a straight decision here. He could get bonus, but I doubt it. I think it's probably just a lopsided decision.
Yeah.
That
Agreed.
slide by is hitting this year.
When that slide by hits. 57. It's kind of cool. Peyton Robb versus Caleb Young. Robb just destroys people he's better than, but then has not been able to earn a lot of ranked wins when he's hitting better guys. I actually think this is a decision for Young.
Agreed.
Wow. More Hawkeye.
This is a pretty easy duel to call. You're kind of correct. This is kind of easy to call, huh?
Yeah, it's not going to be close at all. Marinelli versus White. I think
Marinelli.
It's Alex Marinelli.
The only question is, can it be more exciting than their barn burner they put on last year in the duel?
Oh boy, it was
2-1.
That was terrible bad.
Oh yeah,
it was really bad.
That was
or maybe it was 1-0. It was bad.
Oh, it's gonna be 3-2 or 2-1 or it's gonna be have 3-1 maybe. Absolutely, that's what's gonna happen.
I feel like if Marinelli just decided to attack more, he'd score. I mean, Marinelli has. I feel like White wrestles pretty much the same every time. He wrestles a very controlled thing. But Marinelli can just be a wild man sometimes and really attack a lot. I feel like if he just strung a lot of attacks together, he could open this up a little bit. Because you need multiple opportunities against White because he's so good defensively.
Yes. I do feel like Marinelli's attack rate has gone up this year, for sure.
He's had some of those matches where he just rides on top forever, though, too. He had a couple of those.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think when.
Early season, he looked like he was working upwards. Since the early season, he's kind of been killing people.
Mm-hmm. He has multiple falls with a figure four.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many figure fours you use, Ben?
I had a couple. I like the figure four up the head.
Wow.
Good move.
What if it was illegal? Everyone asks every time he does it.
It is in fact illegal at high school level, so I don't teach it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Hey, not to bring it back to this, but are we gonna get a replay of DeSanto thumbs up?
Oh man. Yeah. So this is when DeSanto got the kid in the double, and he goes this, and then this, and then he doubles him for the tech. Everyone was freaking out,
losing their mind to not slam him.
Don't slam him! Don't slam him! Don't slam him!
This duel was fire last year in Lincoln. You had Berger blowing the kiss to the brand.
Oh, he did do that. Big blow kiss guy.
And then DeSanto, he did the throat slash.
A throat slash.
Alleged.
Eric Montoya also did a throat slash
He
after
did.
he beat
That's
Corey
actually
Clark.
very true. His was terrifying too.
Yeah, it was a long, slow rip.
Also, real quick,
DeSanto's been way too well behaved this year. Can we get some antics or what?
Antics? Well, hold on. He tried to reverse jump over Seth Gross one time.
That was a wrestling move. That wasn't an antic.
That is a wrestling move.
Okay, what would you call that wrestling move, Ben? What do you name it?
I believe the kids these days call it the magic stick.
That was...
These days.
That's what he was trying to do.
I know, but he was starting to jump over him. It's a reverse hurdle.
That's not antics. We're starting to get. This is the point of the season where he kind of got in a little hot water last year.
He had to sit out, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to sit out a duel. But then he was very well behaved in the postseason. I think he just gets worked up.
I can't handle it. People to bring up DeSanto all the time, and I'm like, I don't. The one really, really bad thing he did was very bad. That was years ago. And what really, really bad things has he done since then?
Oh,
he has some histrionics where he
pretty crazy.
Draws the line, for the ref. But But that's not bad. That's not like I'm saying trying to break someone's arm is bad.
Yeah.
Drawing the line for the ref is just like, all right, whatever. It's just like
what about,
maybe
didn't
slightly
people
disrespectful.
accuse him of spitting on the mat at Minnesota last year? Wasn't that an accusation?
That was
an accusation.
That's pretty bad, Nomad. Right?
Yeah,
or
if
no?
he did that, yeah, of course. You don't want anybody spitting on a mat. Of course. If he did that, that's bad. There's no.
Let it never be said that Nomad is pro spit.
What do you like? Yeah. What do you want me to argue that one?
Well, you said he hadn't done anything bad, and I thought, well, there's a
would be
possibility
bad.
that he has.
But I don't think that was confirmed that he did that.
Well,
I watched the tape. I think it was 50-50.
So getting back to Ohio State, Wisconsin real quick, just because Ohio State just put out probables. Same lineup we're used to, except at 57 they have an Quinn Kinner.
oh my gosh.
What?
At 57.
What? Is that
yes.
serious?
You didn't hear about that? I thought we talked about it. Yeah, he's going all the way up.
He
got a
was
text about that, like,
33 like a
immediately.
month ago.
Yes, he was. And as you can see, he can't make 33. And he can't beat
What
out the
happened-
41 or 49. Well, I don't know where
What
Keyshawn
happened
is.
Yeah, where's Keyshawn?
They keep saying he's coming back, but he keeps not being back.
Is he in the Hunter Stuber no elbow zone?
I don't know how many elbows he's got. I haven't asked, but it's not good. I feel like he's their best option. He actually did stuff at 157 when he was there. But
Yeah, he's good. Really
he's good. He's good, but so far not in there. I feel like they'll just throw him in at Big Tens. Okay, so we were at 74 now. Kimmer versus Labriola. Labriola, I don't think he matches up that great with Michael Kimmer. I think I've seen them both get tired, so we'll take that back. But I think he's a little all over the place. I think Kimmer will just get on his legs a bunch and finish, and I think he could have a hard time getting away. Even though I think Labriola is fantastic.
I'm so worried about Kimmerer.
Wow.
Why?
Jeez, that was so
The
dramatic.
Kovac match, like I just
Yeah.
Did you watch Sunday?
I watched Sunday too. But he fought through that. He started to have that face that he had against Kovac. He fought through it.
Yeah, he just said
I'm-
screw that.
Screw
Take
this
him
face.
down 3 times.
I don't know. I wouldn't be not because it's Labriola, but just like if they gave him a match off at some point in the next week or two, I would not be surprised just to keep him healthy for.
Do you think
NCAAs.
he's hurt? I don't think he was hurt against
Yes.
Kovac.
Yes.
I think
What makes
I
you think he was hurt?
I
Yeah,
okay,
he
look,
got tired.
okay, fine. Then he's tired and he's going up in weight. I don't know. I'm worried about him. I would like to see him and every other wrestler 100% NCAAs.
No crap.
And like I don't
Stop
know.
saying that. We know that, though, man.
I just
we know you don't want
I don't
anyone
know.
hurt.
I don't know. I didn't like what I saw. I think he should take a match off. I don't have anything specific other than the look of sheer pain on his face,
Oh my gosh.
which is not good.
I think you're a little overlooking, or a
I
little.
do too, because I mean, when there was a minute left, Kovac cuts him. He's up 1. He immediately got a takedown.
He's like, oh snap.
That's what I'm saying. He fought through it, but just
Well,
I can't get that look out of my head.
Wow.
the whole Iowa lineup,
Really had an
Like-
impact.
This really haunts Nomad.
the whole Iowa lineup in that Indiana duel was
They were a little flat.
a little flat. I don't think it was.
He hadn't
Kimmer.
wrestled in
I
a
think it was
while.
the whole team.
Yeah, he hadn't wrestled since before Midlands.
That was also a reddish flag to me. He didn't wrestle at Midlands. I don't know.
But no
I
one
don't
saw
think
his
he's gonna.
face.
I don't think he's gonna. I think they should give him a match off.
I don't.
You can disagree.
I'm with Nomad on this one to a certain extent. I mean, I don't know about giving him one match off, but the Midlands thing was questionable to me. Why did he take the time off? Because there's been no explanation. Was he sick? Is there an injury he's nursing that we don't know about? Did he take some time off, and what was that? Why he was in bad shape against Kovac? Because he definitely did not look good against Kovac.
He had 2 surgeries last year. You missed an entire year of wrestling and went up 2 weight classes.
No, I mean more recently. Like, did he miss some time over Christmas? Was he off for say 2 weeks because dinged up his knee again, right?
Yeah.
But he did look great against Lighty on Sunday. So it's like we have these 2 performances and we don't really know what to make of both of them. Is what I feel like.
He beat on Sunday a much better wrestler
I know
by
that.
a wider margin of victory.
I'm gonna try to find the face of tear that.
Yeah,
I
Nomad
know
is so
that.
scared
I know
of.
that. Like, and that's Lottie was taken down like once before that match, the whole season in 20 matches. I get all that. I just am worried about him.
Can a guy just
I'm sorry
worry?
that I don't have any specifics.
I think you have
But
plenty
he
of
looks
specifics.
he looks hurt or needs work on his gas tank. I don't know.
He needs, he needs to get to Columbus. He
Yeah.
should have some training sessions.
He needs
with
to get to
Trump.
the Convelli Center. He needs to get to the gas station.
Yeah, he needs to get to the gas station. All right, so we've all got Kimmer,
Yeah.
but we're scared. Hey, we'd be
I'm
lying if
worried
we didn't say we
I'm
were
worried
scared.
about him.
We're horrified.
I believe in Michael Kimmer.
Abe Assad versus Taylor Vins. Is this a situation? If there's a momentum situation, the ball's going to be rolling. They're going to get to 84. They're new freshmen in the lineup with a huge test opportunity to make a huge jump in the rankings. Can Assad take out Taylor Vins, who is a straight pinner?
I'm going Vins on this one. I think there's not going to be enough momentum to help Abe Assad up because I just think Taylor Vins is a better guy at this point.
Yeah, I'm with Ben. Vince has so many ways to score and is funky and can probably be matchup nightmare for a guy wrestling him for the first time. So I'm gonna take Vince.
Shock the world. Abe Assad over Taylor Vins.
Okay.
Are you picking it?
I'm picking
You're not
it.
a Hawkeye
I'm
hater
picking it.
anymore?
I'm picking it.
You're just trying to get Terry Brand's good graces again.
I don't think this is the way.
Is this a Carver situation?
I think it's I think Taylor Vins makes I don't know if he gets Carvered. I just think Taylor Vins is he can make some mistakes in his matches. I think Abe is super polished. And I think that's going to keep the match a little closer. And I think, neutral field, this was somewhere else, maybe not. So I'm not going to say this isn't your standard carvering, but I think Assad matches up maybe better than we think against Taylor Vins.
I'm trying to think of how Assad matches up against that chest wrap.
Can you visualize it? You getting a good visual?
No, I don't have enough visualization for that, but I'm just like that position is really interesting to me. Hey, going back to Murin Red for a second, Max Murin has not allowed a takedown this year.
Wow.
Which is pretty impressive. He did give up a reversal to Josh Heil at Midlands, but has otherwise only given up escapes.
That's pretty good.
We got inside intel from our Facebook fan page here. It says Iowa had a hard workout before the Indiana duel, and that's why Kemmerer got tired.
Well, there you go.
What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, that all maps. We've seen teams do that. We've seen Penn State do it like that particular weekend where they train through a duel that they believe they're going to win anyway. But I don't know. I don't know. Sorry that I'm worried about Kemmerer. I won't bring it up again.
You're scared.
Nerds.
We're all scared. Scared as heck. So his only
Jeez.
I feel like one of his only ranked wins are he beat Heil and Moran. Those are his two ranked guys. So he hasn't faced an elite leg attacker as of yet, as far as I can tell.
Well,
what?
Do you consider Chad Red to be an elite leg attacker?
No.
I consider Chad Red to be an elite wrestler.
I do too. I do not think that is his skill set. Although when Chad pulls the trigger, his attacks are absolutely beautiful.
He finished quick on NCAAs.
Yes.
So I hear you there.
Okay. So I've got Assad. Who do you got?
Vince. I think it's a little, I don't know about Assad just yet.
Warner Schultz is interesting. Warner Schultz is
really?
I think so. I think Schultz is pretty.
Hasn't Warner beat him every single time?
Yeah. No, I don't think he's ever lost to him. I'm just saying. I think Eric Schultz is pretty good.
Agreed.
Bracky's pulling it up.
Sudden victory last year. The Big Ten's won by Jacob Warner 7-5, and in the duel won by Warner 4-1. Man, that's not the same.
Was there one? I thought there was one other one maybe somewhere.
Nope, just those two. But Warner does have a win over Wesley Schultz of Wisconsin lacrosse.
Yeah, wait till it was a tech fall. Okay. So
I know Wesley Schultz.
He has all the Schultz's numbers. No, I'll say. So I mean, I take Warner obviously, but I think it's a challenging match. I think Eric's pretty good.
Hang on a second. I have a face. I screenshotted. Nomad. Wow. Is this the face of Kimmer?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
There's the face.
Yes.
Now this is after he
won. I
won.
don't like that. That's body language, doctor. I don't like that.
That's
body language. He's standing straight up.
I know that. Yes, I know that.
That's facial recognition
software.
Do you think if Kimmer in that moment held up his iPhone to his face, would it even unlock?
Probably not.
It's such power down.
It would power down. Be like, who are you? I think that's the face. That's not a face of an injured man. That's a face.
I don't know. Okay.
That's an exhausted person.
All right. We don't have to belabor it any longer.
Well, No, man.
Then,
When you
okay,
say
then fine. Then he needs to work on his gas tank.
when you talk about things that scare you so much, we're gonna call. It's gonna. You're not gonna be able to bury it.
But there's no other like. This is purely my opinion. There's nothing that you can say to like sway me on this. This isn't like a factual thing. It's just like I'm worried about him. I thought he didn't look great. I understand he then beat up on Leidy in the third period. But I don't want. I want Kemmerer healthy, so I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him a match off going forward.
We got it. We got it, buddy.
Well, that's why I don't know why you keep coming back to it.
We all agree with that. It was just that you made it seem like he had this like look of horror in his face.
That's what that was. That's how I read that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
it's definitely look of horror.
Yeah.
All right. Jeez.
I love it.
Okay.
Let's keep bringing it up.
Cassiope versus Lance. All right. Yeah, that won't. Yeah, Cassiope will win. I don't know if he gets the pin there, though. I don't know if he gets the pin there.
Doug Halston on Facebook also brought the point. Schultz and Warner go back a long ways to their Illinois days, and Schultz is always kind of giving them problems.
Really?
That's what he said.
Okay. There you go.
I believe him.
Back to the Illinois days.
Schultz is 2 years old.
You know, I love that. Cassiope is going after the Iowa pin record. That's a real record, not like these sissy tilts that Spencer Lee's doing.
What?
That's a man. That's a man's man right there. Anthony Cassiope trying to pin dudes. I love it. Let's go, Cassiope.
I go the other way. I want to see a heavyweight of Cassiope's size starting to cross wrist tilt people. You got to admit that would be sick.
Wasn't Medbury really good at cross wrist tilt?
Yeah, Medbury was really good with tilts.
Yeah.
McMullen was.
There have been some heavyweights who are pretty good at cross wrist tilt.
Probably Gary Traub, but no one will ever go under him. All right, real quick, Gable versus Paris. Is anyone even saying this is close at all? Anyone giving Mason a shot?
Define close.
Okay, will there be 1 second where we'll be like, this is in the balance? Like I think I could see how Mason.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I'm not.
I mean, I think. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be like a 5-2, 6-3 type of thing, where it's like it's close by the score, but it's not really all that close.
And that's what Gable's done forever. Like he has those types of matches where it's like, oh, it looks close, and you watch it, you're like, that was never in doubt at any point.
Never.
I mean,
like the 10-5 over Hilger.
I would just be shocked if Mason could get that dump that he likes on Gable.
That'd be
like
wild.
That.
Yeah.
Just doesn't seem like it's gonna work.
I think Cassiope might match up better against Gable, but no one matches up good. No one's allowed to match up better against Gable actually this year. I'm saying that. No one matches up better. He's too dang good.
You have to be able to match him athletically and have a good game plan, which is the only reason Kassar can match him athletically and had the good game plan of like riding him. And otherwise, I don't know any. His feet are too good. His feet are absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
So the one thing that makes me think Mason Paris can keep it close is that win he had in the finals at Junior Worlds. That kid from Iran, he beat Petriashvili. He beat Kirkfleet last year. Mm-hmm. If Paris can go with him, I think there's at least a chance. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I think there's a chance it's close. I still pick Gable, but I think Paris can put himself.
There is that freak element that Mason Paris is just a freak of nature who can just be a very different wrestler. But it's just like last year, we saw him have some struggles against some guys. It's just tough to imagine that guy being completely gone, as good as he was. But you never know. I mean, there is a chance that he's just like a different dude now. Well, that's the best part. We'll get to find out. A couple more before we get to questions. We got to go quick, actually. Alvarez RBY.
Ooh,
thoughts on this matchup? One. That's fun. Alvarez will be jacked up. It's at Rec Hall. I don't see him riding Roman, and I think this is a tough one for Sam. This could be a tough weekend for Alvarez, actually.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go RBY, but I think it's gonna be. I do think it'll be kind of fun and competitive. I don't think it'll be a blowout by RBY.
Agreed.
Just too much on his feet.
Okay, let's get to some questions from our friends. What? All right. We talked a little bit about trophy. Don't want to get that. What's the over/under, Ben, on number of girls Warner talks to in a week? I have it at 3.5.
I mean, like literally just approaches and speaks to.
No, spit. We're talking spit and game. That's what you were referring to.
Aiden
Garcia wants to.
I mean, He's definitely more than 3.5. If he's on the big man on campus, and that's kind of what he's known for. He's definitely like talking to every girl he sees.
Got it. So over 3.5. Who gets tired first? Asks Ryan Warner. Terry Brands, Metcalf, or DeSanto?
Not DeSanto.
No, not DeSanto.
DeSanto's last.
Is it? If it's current Terry Brands,
I don't know.
I don't know.
That.
I saw it. I saw what he did. Metcalf, I don't know, man. I feel like this is like signing a death warrant to say any of these names.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a setup from Ryan Warner?
I'm going to go ahead and say Metcalf.
Yeah,
I'm going to say Metcalf for sure.
I'd say Metcalf too. Metcalf's, yeah. That'd be my guess. If Gas Tank Gary uses alternative energy and goes nuclear, Gary, can anybody stop him? Also, what fuel source should Joey Gunther switch to? Diesel, electric? I feel like this is Kyle's question, actually.
I don't know.
Get it, Kyle.
Diesel.
Yeah, try diesel.
Nothing is.
Joey.
I don't know anything about diesel, but it just sounds tougher, and the engines actually sound tougher. So
I will actually say this about Joey Gunther. Diesel's more of a slow-burning fuel, and that's kind of what Gunther does. He's a slow burner. He needs a little bit of explosiveness, and so that those electric cars, you push on the gas and they go. They got a little more pop to them. That's what I would give Joey Gunther.
all right, so a Prius.
All right, you sold me.
You still drive your Prius?
No, Prius is only half electric. My Prius is stuck in the driveway. I lost the key. It doesn't run anymore.
What?
You lost
there's
the key.
There's probably a way to figure that out.
Well, but you guys should see it. It's a mess. It's actually going to go on my 21st hole of my disc golf course as an object.
You've got
a.
Do you have an Avery's scrapyard situation working in Manitowoc County? How many abandoned Priuses do you have in your driveway?
There will only be one. There's only one abandoned Prius currently.
You sound like a Virginian with these. I got this car. It'll run. We'll get it.
Be careful. They'll set you up.
Oh, they'll set you up bad.
You leave your cars there. They'll set you up.
Hey, that key was like a piece of evidence against you.
Right. They planted the key.
I know where you're going to find that key, buddy. It's going to be bad. It's going to be gone, then it's going to be right there in plain sight. Dang it, Ben. We're trying to look out for you. All right.
Man.
We talked about 133. Okay, is it more likely that Iowa goes 10-0 in matches versus Nebraska, or they split 5-5?
I think 10-0.
10-0.
Yeah.
10-0.
I think I just predicted 10-0. They're 5-5. Geez. Well, 10-0 requires like one upset. 5-5 requires like 4. So.
Yeah.
Option 1, Mike Fio. What are you laughing at, Bracky?
I just read this guy. You're really laughing at his Facebook comment. If someone wants to take an FRL shirt on the back, it says, "I am Johnny from Roanoke, sponsored by Emo's Pizza."
That is like double shots fired. Actually, the Emo's thing makes me madder than anything. Did you ever have to eat that?
It's gross.
Thank you, Ben.
It's gross. You're so right.
Thank you.
I don't know.
It's not
It's good. Casey's Pizza ain't bad though. I mean, you can only eat like one piece, but I'll eat one piece of Casey's Pizza as I'm driving through Iowa.
And you love pizza, right?
Who doesn't love pizza?
At least you'll eat a slice.
Get out of here.
At least you'll eat a
I'll
slice.
eat one slice.
Yeah, that's good. Bailey Brown wants to know how my son is reacting to the Astros cheating scandal. Ben, I actually need your help on this.
I don't know what the Astros cheating scandal is.
Bracky, fill him in.
So they were using stealing signs in baseball has always been a thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
But they were using like technology. They were using cameras to figure out the signs, and then someone would relay that to the people in the dugout, and then the dugout would bang on a trash can, like 2 hits for a curveball and 1 hit for a changeup and nothing for a fastball, like whatever the cadence was.
Wow.
And they did this the year they won the World Series.
Wow.
So they suspended the manager and the GM for a year, and then the Astros just fired him. And then one of the other bench coaches, Alex Cora, is now the manager of the Red Sox, and they just fired him yesterday because he was really involved in it. So it's a big deal.
It sounds like these guys did a great job. They won a freaking World Series.
They might get. I wonder if they'll revoke
Someone should give them a pay raise. Yeah, give them a raise.
Bailey says he's like gloating about it because he's a Dodger fan, but they ain't gonna give you the World Series.
Yeah, you didn't win, dog.
Let me ask you this: is it actually against the rules to steal signs? 'Cause I thought that's what you're supposed to do in baseball.
I think it's one of those unwritten rules. I think it's the fact that they used technology to do it. They were using cameras that weren't supposed to be used for that.
For example, Ben.
If it's not actually a rule, then how do you get in trouble for breaking it?
I bet there is a rule about using certain technologies. It is not if you have a runner on second who is looking at the catcher and relaying the pitches, that is not considered cheating, right? But if there's something else going on, I think it goes beyond. So how's my son reacting? I haven't told him. He doesn't really know. I don't really want him to know. It's not that I don't want him to. He's so innocent and young right now. I just don't want him to.
I think this is a good time to teach your son about respect, and honor, and doing anything at all costs to win.
I was just going to say,
that's a great term.
This is a good opportunity to teach him, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
He's the biggest cheater there is already.
Then he should love it. It's right on brand for him.
Huge cheat guy. He would cheat in anything. He cheated on our wrestling match yesterday. We went best of 3 in freestyle. He cheated like crazy. I don't know what to tell him yet. I haven't told him. We don't have the TV on in our house or anything, so he's completely outside, so he doesn't even know.
He needs to get on social media.
No, that's just for trips.
I thought he had Twitter.
Yeah, he does, Twitter, but he's not he doesn't have a phone or anything. He has no way to access it. It's just when we're on trips, somebody he'll send a little tweet or something. Normally he'll say Bracky's a bad driver.
Big emoji
yeah,
guy.
He just calls me a bad driver while I'm chauffeuring him around the country.
You probably are.
No, I'm a good driver.
He's a good driver. Good driver. All right, there are some bad drivers on the team. They'll remain nameless for now.
You should implicate yourself because you are.
I'm not a bad driver. Not a bad driver.
I think everyone on the team will probably disagree with you.
What makes me a bad driver?
I don't know.
You are reckless.
You
speed. Text.
I only speed.
You disregard traffic laws.
And
you frequently traffic cocaine.
What?
Only 3 of those are true.
I think sometimes you get a little distracted.
Yeah. Do I?
Yeah.
I don't really
Happens.
know.
You also put your family in a broken down, beat up van.
No.
You refuse to improve the driving situation.
No, I'm in the van. The van is mine.
I think we would all probably agree that the person that makes us most nervous when we get in the car with them is Bader.
Yeah. Bader's wild.
a great driver.
Oh my gosh, Bader's Andretti.
Bader's good for Kazakhstan though. Ain't no rules in Kazakhstan.
No rules.
At least when it comes to driving.
Who do you think is the worst driver on the team?
CP.
Yeah.
No way.
I think Bader's probably worse, but he's not a bad driver. He flies everywhere.
If we're gonna start naming names, Andrew Spey has to be mentioned in here for something.
Spey's bad direction.
Yeah, I don't think Spey's a bad driver. He's really bad at directions.
Yeah. Well, okay, but remember at Big Ten's when that wasn't directions when he nearly.
I'll say that was probably the ice under the car.
Okay.
Yeah, there was icy conditions.
All right. Ben, do you have anything else before we go? It's 9:49.
No, I'm excited to talk about freestyle tomorrow. It's nice to have that intermixed with the college season. That'll be fun. And that's all I got.
Okay. Well, Caleb, we're ready to go. Thank you so much for listening. 446 strong. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8:15 a.m. Central Time. Thank you to Ben Askren. Thank you to you for tuning in. Thanks for that college discussion. There's a lot going on this week in wrestling. We're pedal to the metal from now till NCAAs and then Olympics, and then shoot, it just doesn't stop. It's the best part of wrestling.
Doesn't stop.
It's awesome. Thanks so much. We will see you tomorrow. Happy Wednesday.